So I think right now this is a guard-oriented league.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Williams. He's out there with Paul George. Anunoby out there with Whiteside. And it's Pascal in at the 4 spot. And for Portland, McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Harrell is out there with John Henson. And it's Lillard in at the point. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Williams attacking. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Grizzlies. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Henson dishes to McCollum. From 11 feet away, here's Harrell. To Hood. The dish to McCollum. Down to 5 in the shot clock. Over George. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. And George with the stuff.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George. Just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Anunoby. Damian Lillard pulls it in.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a wing.
Potential Anunoby has is exciting, has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Now here's Lillard. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. For 3, Williams hits the three-point bomb.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Trailblazers trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Lillard. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
George against McCollum. To end the run. Portland shooting their first free throws of this.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
He hits the second from the line. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. George up top. He's guarded by McCollum, and George gets it to go.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Harrell down low. No good that time.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Lillard finds McCollum. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, and you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammates.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management and ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the team that you don't have a chance to win their championship.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Whiteside. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Jackson in for Lou Williams. And out of UCLA, Norman Powell, an athletic 6'4" combo guard, said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a two-guard in my opinion. And he's off to a strong start in his young career.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in, and so he makes both from the line. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 11. Now Šarić, a 24-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Trying to find Mills, gets it to him. Off on the layup.
Beasting on defense. First he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass. Filthy.
And the basket by Jackson.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Satoransky against Jackson. Satoransky with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And taking a look here at some stats for Mills. Some last season stats for him. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Satoransky against Powell. The 8-footer, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Shots good by Mills.
Nice conversion off the pick and roll. Patty with the right read takes it himself.
Pass to Beverly. Here's Carter. Bank shot, no good.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Passes to Trent. Now here's Satoransky. Clock at 6. With a floater, he lays it in. Satoransky's got it back down to within single digits for Portland. And here's Jackson. He had 16 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Again, the Clippers.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Paul George had that nasty...
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
We've got Satoransky. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Dario Saric, and it's Mills, and it's Trent in at the three. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The three-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always good. Thank you. Now, here's Mills. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis. It's good.
One of the smallest men on the floor, Mills using his quickness against good interior defense.
Clippers leading by 11. Now, here's Beverly. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. It's tipped. Here's Pascal. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Steve, Kobe Bryant said that growing up in Italy gave him a huge advantage learning the fundamentals and the tactics of the game. Do you think Europe's better at developing players than the United States?
You know, I don't think they're better. I do think their system at times for certain players, they get into a system of working on their game. And I wouldn't just say fundamentals from an early age. And a lot of those guys are being able to practice with pros at an early age. I think it comes down to individuals, and also I think a lot of these parents and kids, you have to understand it starts off of making a layup versus making a three. So I don't think that Europe is doing it better. I just think a lot of times right now we're looking at some of those European players, and they're coming over ready to play from day one versus some other players.
Now Williams, after the missed three from Damian Lillard. To the inside, George, good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's now 9 points for Paul George. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Golden State Warriors. Here's Hood. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Rodney Hood does a nice job of drawing contact and working himself to the line.
The Trailblazers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Both free throws good from Hood. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
Here's Lillard. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Count it.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
They get it back.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's hauled in by the Clippers. Whiteside's got his 6th rebound on the night.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
And they pick up 2. Whiteside's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Henson, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates, quality block shot by the big fella. His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, there's no doubt that Hassan Whiteside makes a major impact when he's on the floor. Great shot blocker, elite rebounder, and the exact presence you want from the center position.
Now here's Henson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Lillard from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Anunoby kicks to George. Over McCollum. The shot is good off the backboard. And 11 points for George. And Smitty for Whiteside. Being on the floor, not always a guarantee. About 25 minutes a game the last few years.
And that seems low for him, but there are reasons. Sometimes his foul trouble or the matchup or his free throws are an issue. All things considered, if he works at it, he can shore up a few of these areas and stay on the floor longer.
And here's Carter after Rodney Hood was able to get the triple. From the stripe. Offensive rebound. Here's Whiteside. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
The activity of Whiteside, if he plays with consistent energy, the sky's the limit.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Inside, here's Henson, and it's blocked by Whiteside. They recover it. Tries again, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Rodney Hood has good size at 6'8", really uses his frame well to get his shots off.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
For the Trailblazers, Harrell, he's checked in for Saric. Satoransky comes in for McCollum. That's Mills in for Damian Lillard. Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Jackson against Hood. And Whiteside with the basket on the assist by Jackson. That's now 8 points for Hassan Whiteside. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Mills. 5 points in the game. Henson the pass to Hood. Satoransky with it. Guarded now by Jackson. A three-pointer is right on target. Mills has got 5 points now this quarter.
All day, Mills will do this for you. Lightning quick on the catch and release.
Here's Whiteside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And both free throws good from Whiteside.
Whiteside has to keep working on his free throw shooting. Teams have no problem putting him at the line.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Right back after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Jones, the Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny, what do you think?
They look like they were playing
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Anunoby. Paul George is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Pascal in at the 4. But he gets it back. The shot by George, no good. Trailblazers trail by 17. Cullen passes to Lillard. The tray. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
McCollum with the ball. Back to Lillard. Over Williams. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Whiteside's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. Some players out there are either loved or hated by the fans. There's no in between, Smitty. But when you take a look at divisive players in the league, who pops into your head?
Draymond Green, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James. There's some people who love him, and there's some people that hate him.
Sure.
Joel Embiid is starting to creep into that conversation. Those are some of the guys some people love him and some people hate him.
Pass to Henson. He dishes it to Lillard. Looking to get it going. Count it. Lillard's got 6.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And the Clippers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
We're looking now at some numbers from Montrezl Harrell. Last year, getting it done. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. McCollum outside, dishes it to Hood. Kicks it out to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Hood. Puts it up. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it to the middle. Here's Anunoby. That shot off. 18 that time from Hood. Trailblazers trail by 19. Lillard looking around. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
From 12 feet out, Williams' shot is off.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
It's rebounded by Anunoby. Clippers leading by 19 points. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. For Los Angeles, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. So for the Trailblazers, Trent's checked in, and Satoransky's subbed in for McCollum. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. And the second free throw, good. And it's Mills with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. There's the pass to Satoransky. Harrell with it. And Harrell shoots it in.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Here's Carter. And Henson sends it back. Here's Trent. No points in the game yet for him. Feeds to Harrell. Shoots over Powell. Rebound by the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Outside for Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Jackson. Powell for three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Henson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Mills passes to Satoransky. Now Henson. Here's Trent. Good work defensively by Carter.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
.121 left in the third quarter. To the left wing. Here's Trent. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Cans it from downtown.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Now here's Jackson. Not a lot of room. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Trailblazers trail by 19. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Stolen by Carter. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Powell kicks to Beverly. Down low. Mills with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's Satoransky. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Satoransky's got 6 points.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
And here's Jackson. He's got 11. Out to the right wing. Beverly for 3. The shot that time not on target. And so it's Los Angeles. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Back to the action after this word. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Make simple passes. We got caught trying to make a great pass out of the simple pass.
Great communicator. Terry Stotts always teaching and developing his guys.
And he likes that they're playing unselfishly, that they're willing to pass, but take some mustard off the hot dog.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Montrezl Harrell. Mills out there with Satoransky. Then it's John Henson. And it's Trent in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Beverly. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Mills. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here's Beverly. And the Clippers call time here. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Thank you, David. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Takes a 3. They get it again. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Outside Williams. Passes it to Whiteside. Back to Williams. Whiteside trying to break free. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Whiteside.
Good poise, good pass from Whiteside. Hassan with beautiful vision on that play.
Powell with the steal. And the dunk by Powell.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Lillard, the pass to Henson. Shot clock at 5. Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Whiteside's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole. Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
McCollum kicks to Hood. Shoots over Powell. Portland no good that time either. Clippers leading by 20. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Here's Powell. That one doesn't go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
George passes to Whiteside. The feed now to Powell. And yes, it's good. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
George against McCollum. 3-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's 11 points for Damian Lillard.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Outside, George. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Trailblazers trail by 17. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. And the layup falls. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And the Clippers call time here. edition of our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Here's Lillard. Buries it down low. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Now, here is George. Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I'll tell you, Whiteside doesn't have to get too far off the ground to throw it down.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 15. 1:56 left to play in the final quarter. Hood kicks to McCullough. The baseline jam. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers leading by 15. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Pascal. Over to the wing. Here's Anunoby. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's McCullough. We'll bring it up to the Portland Trailblazers.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities. And that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Hassan Whiteside.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his. And many of them were tonight.
And that one's good, George.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Lillard against Williams. 6 to shoot. Teardrop shot, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.